This has Sharks fans fired up as multiple players and coaching staff are headed to Europe for the 2025 World Championship. We're going to talk about the big names heading over and how this has an impact on the San Jose Sharks' future coming up on this episode of Sharks Digest. But before we get into that, we just got to say we're about 600 subscribers away from hitting our goal of 2,000 before draft day. So if you're a big San Jose Sharks fan, you want to stay up on the busy off season that is ahead, we'll keep you up to date here, so make sure you're down below and hit that subscribe button. But with that said, like I said, we have a big news day today in San Jose Sharks surrounding the World Championship, as multiple players and some coaching staff have been named to their respective nationality teams, with Team US, Team Canada, Sweden, a bunch of teams involved here, and this is going to be great for the Sharks' future, as these young guys that are heading over there are going to get some much needed, the playoff experience in a tournament type experience, which is going to help them, especially against some of the top talent that is going to be heading over that way. And the big name guy that's heading over there is obviously Macklin Celebrini, as today Canada did release their first 15 roster players that will be heading over to Sweden/Denmark for the World Championship, and Macklin Celebrini being the top name on that list in the forward group, and for a very good reason. Obviously, we know how good of a season Macklin Celebrini had here in his rookie campaign. He did well on the faceoffs as well. That's not included here. He was almost a 50% faceoff taker in his first season. But as you can see here, he had 63 points, 25 goals, 38 assists, a lot of points on the power play as well. It was a really great offensive season for Macklin Celebrini, and he played a very well-rounded game with this San Jose Sharks team this year, and it's much deserved for him to make this roster. I mean, it will be his first time donning the Team Canada jersey, I believe, since the World Junior Championship. So now donning it for the first time as a pro is definitely going to be special for this guy. And I'm really excited for him, because I think after this Four Nations break, he really caught fire and really had a spark, and seemed like he was getting a point or a multi-point night every single game for this team. And it was just great to see him fully develop and transition into that offensive powerhouse that we know he could be the day we drafted him. So I think this is going to be great experience for Macklin Celebrini, heading to this tournament, playing with some veterans that are probably going to be announced very soon, with some teams now being eliminated from the first round. We'll see a lot of these veteran guys try to go over and win a gold for Team Canada or for the respective country, and I think this is going to be some great experience for Macklin Celebrini, and it's really going to help him, get that mindset, that winning mindset, if they can go out there and get a medal at this tournament. But he is not the only Shark that is heading over there, as his good buddy, best buddy, Will Smith, has announced that he will be heading over there as being named to the Team USA roster. Same sort of thing as Macklin. He hasn't really played big national hockey since his time with the World Championship, with the World Junior Championship, I don't believe. So it'll be nice to see him put the Team Canada jersey on. I think maybe he might have played last year's World Championship. Correct me if I'm wrong down below, because I might get a jumble up. There's so many players that have been announced here, and it's just great to see, obviously, Will Smith, a guy who was a fireworks second half of the season. Him and Macklin really started clicking. Will Smith really carrying the load here on the second line, with another guy we're going to talk about in a bit who was also heading over there. Really dug in these last 30 games of the season or so, and he was a point per game or over a point per game during that stretch, and really helped see that side of Will Smith that we knew was there, and that Macklin Celebrini is bringing out in him. I think since they have so much chemistry off the ice and they're having fun off the ice, we see they're having fun on the ice. This team wasn't expected to win this year, but they were expected, to maybe show some promise, and they definitely did that with a lot of their young guys really stepping up big time this year. Will Smith, 45 points on the year, 27 assists. It's just great to see this guy break out. He's obviously going to be the 2C of the future here in San Jose, so great to see him go over, play for Team USA, and I think him and Macklin are going to be on the other side of the coin, battling each other. That's going to be a fun matchup to watch as well. I know a lot of Sharks fans are going to be tuning in to those Team Canada, Team USA games to see their two-star young studs go up against each other. That is definitely going to be fun to watch, and I hope Will Smith does continue his success he had in the latter half of the season over in Europe with Team USA. I think that would be great to see. I know a lot of you guys watching this are Team USA hockey fans, but we're going to head on to another country and another player that is heading over there for the Sharks team, and that is William Eklund, as the Swedes announced their first 5 forwards that were heading over there. Obviously, William Eklund being involved in this, Leo Carlson, Mika Zibanejad, Alex Wimberg, a lot of great forwards there, and they're selecting William Eklund, and by good reason as well as these other guys, because he had such a great season here on the second line for most of the season. He really shown, how good of a winger he can be, and he's only 24, so he has a lot of time to grow here, or 22, he's not even 24. He's a lot younger than that. So having 41 assists, 17 goals this year for 58 points. This is another guy who was consistent all year round, but it seemed like after that Four Nations tournament break, we've seen a lot of these guys break out and just carry the load offensively, and William Eklund was a guy we've seen him bounce up and down between the top and second line. We've seen him playing with Celebrini, we've seen him playing with Will Smith, and these were guys that we're really generating offense off of each other throughout this second half of the season. I think William Eklund is going to be a fun guy to watch in this World Championship. I think he is a very underrated player, yet he is only 22 years old. I think maybe since the Sharks aren't, in a playoff spot or battling for a wild card, a lot of people maybe aren't realizing what is happening in San Jose. They know the Celebrini, they know the Will Smith, but they don't know the guys like William Eklund that produce offense on the nightly basis. And I think getting him into a tournament like this, playing for his home country of Sweden, in his home country of Sweden, is definitely going to be great. And I think we're going to see a breakout from him over there in that tournament. And I think a lot of people after this tournament are going to know the name William Eklund if they don't know it already. I think this guy is going to be an exceptional talent for the future of this San Jose Sharks team, and I really can't wait to see what these guys do over there. I think it's going to be great for all of them to gain this tournament mentality, to know what it takes to win in such an intense tournament. It's going to be such valuable information and experience for them when they do eventually get in those playoff situations in the NHL. You need to have that kind of knowledge of, okay, this is big boy hockey. This is the playoffs. We gotta lock it in here, and I think they're going to get that experience. Yet not on the same level as the NHL playoffs, but definitely a level very close to it. But I'm very excited for these guys. I think they are going to perform very well for their countries over there. And one guy that I didn't mention here that just popped in my mind as I was talking about Team USA is our head coach Ryan Warsofsky is also heading over and is going to be a part of the coaching staff for Team USA. So I think that's going to be a great experience for him as well. Obviously, being a young coach in the league, I think he's really brought a great style of hockey to this club, and I think getting over there with some of the best coaches that the United States have to offer is definitely going to be a great experience for him, and stuff that we're going to see him bring back from this tournament and apply into the next seasons. But I'm really excited about this. There were a lot of players heading over there. Didn't have time to talk about them all, but I want to hear your guys' thoughts down below. Who are you most excited to watch in this World Hockey Championship tournament? Love to hear from you guys, and it's great to see all your support down down there in the comment section. I love going down and reading through your guys' comments. If you enjoyed, leave a like on the video. Like I said, subscribe. We're going to be here keeping you up on the latest Sharks content all off season long. We have the draft lottery happening this coming Monday as I'm recording this video, so it's going to be a busy one. It's going to be fun to watch, and hopefully we can secure that first round pick. And make sure to subscribe to keep up to date on all of that. But as always, I've been your host, Casey. We'll catch you in the next one.